Yeah, we mentioned the Rosh Yeshiva, Zechat Tzadik Livracha. This is more the Kebaisa that we talked about also last week. What's Rei? See, I'm giving you today bracha. You're giving bracha of Hagrizim, Harevel. That's not today. Rei, I'm giving to you today. What's they have to do with Hagrizim and Harevel when you're going to be there later? But if you're prepared, then the bracha can come much greater. Anything a person prepares for, there's an investment. Again, it opens up where the bracha can come. There's a beautiful story. Heard it a few times. I don't remember the exact details, but somehow to the effect that Manchester Rosh Yeshiva, Zechat Tzadik Livracha, was in America. He went to visit the Satmar Rav, Zechat Tzadik Livracha. I think it was his Gabbai. Somebody asked him to mazkir, mention his name. He needed a Yeshua. Maybe he's having children. I don't remember exactly. But he begged him to mention his name to the Satmar Rebbe. And the Rosh Yeshiva was very happy to do so. Apparently, when he left the Rebbe, this person asked the Rosh Yeshiva, Rosh Yeshiva mention my name? Oh, I forgot. So Rosh Yeshiva, go back. Go back? What do you mean go back? I prepared 6 hours, Musa B'Ritzifus, to go into the Satmar Rebbe and walk into the Satmar Rebbe. I can't just go back. Wow. So then he told him, so what's going to be? He said, we'll give you the Yeshua. Apparently, he came Rosh Hashanah, and the professor came over to him, he didn't get the Yeshua. He said, did I give you a Havtacha, a promise? Was it a bracha? No, it was Gezak, the Havtacha. He went into the room, he came back after a few minutes, taking care of it. It's better to take on the achrayas, to give whatever the Yeshua was to Poil, than to go into Rebbe without Hachana, preparation. You go to Melech Malchei Blachim, Achani, the preparation, walk in. But the Manchester Rosh Yeshiva Zechat Tzadik Livracha, I had personally had a tremendous chus to be by him for a few days, and just the experience itself being in the presence. So it was the last summer of his life. Actually, it was, the way he davened. So you do. I'm not saying anything. No, you can hear every tefillah, his bechiyas, he's crying. I was there. I taped his mussar. He was still the same Mesilas Yesharim in the beginning. You saw the Chassidus. I have a tape. He was going. It was a Maritic experience. But I had the privilege to eat Friday night the Suda with him also, and I was given the cover the benching. So I got to Hazanas HaKol. The person makes it. You say the bracha out loud when you get to Hazanas HaKol. I wasn't going to say the bracha until he was at Hazanas HaKol. If I remember correct, I think the family is basically almost finished benching by that time. We got to Al Haaretz Al Hamazayin. The place was ready, clean. The table, people left. We got to Bnei Beracha with Yerushalayim Amen. This was in this late summer already. I think everybody was upstairs already, went to bed. I think that's right. The benching was the experience. I was lucky to be in the room. I was going to walk out from him, and he says, excuse me, do you mind? I want to make a bracha to answer Amen. It's supposed to say Amen on his bracha. He took a piece of apple. He held the apple, looks at it. Baruch Atah. This is Hashem's name. Melech Haolam. Borei Pri Ha'etz. Maybe it was a little fast on my point. Then he took it slowly, put his mouth, experiencing him saying bracha. Asher Yotzar. He came out. He put his hat jacket on. He opened the siddur, stood there. Asher Yotzar, the bracha. The amazing. Watching the avoida and that Hasmada. I was not going to sit there in the afternoon seder, so he was learning stuff. I was allowed to be there, and then the phone would ring sometimes in the middle of learning. It was those shrill ringing sounds of those old phones. Sometimes he didn't hear it. I mean, it was in the middle of intense learning. He didn't hear the phone. Ring, real loud. Anyway, one time he did hear it. It says he picks up the phone. Hello, and he's talking, and apparently the person's Toronto, yes. And do I know you? No. The person's sharing the nebuch, the problem starts, the nebuch, it hurts, oy. Then he says, do you mind if I ask you a question? I'm hearing this side of the phone, it says, do you have a television in the house? Obviously, the answer was yes. We have to get rid of it. Yeah, have to get rid of it today. Then the person apparently was asking, the kids could still watch. He says, no, they can't go. Can't go to other people's place to watch. And he says, if you go to a doctor and you ask for a prescription, whatever, you have to listen to what the doctor says. You're coming to the doctor to ask it. He said, you have to accept. And he asked them if they learn, do you learn Chafetz Chaim, 2 halachas a day? He said, no, you learn 2 halachas a day, Chafetz Chaim. He gave a wonderful bracha and call me back, let me know. And the phone went back down, back to the learning. Das mother was an amazing thing. I was at that time, actually, it was a personal thing. We were in Yeshiva, still in Cleveland, Kyle. There was offered a job in Detroit. There was a question about taking it. When Rosh Yeshiva in Cleveland thought it wasn't at that time for me to come anyway, so I presented the Shaila, and Rosh Yeshiva thought about it, and he says, yeah, you should be Miyashiva in Detroit. You should go settle in Detroit. I said, Rosh Yeshiva, I didn't know. Yeshiva in Detroit. I didn't know how it's going to work out. I went back to Yeshiva, I spoke to Rosh Yeshiva, and he said, let me think about it again. In the morning, he said, okay, you can go. It's like, you can play all the Moshe Go for the tremendous, the Siyata D'Shmaya, the Brochas, the Yerushalayim, the Tzidkis, that we are Zoiche for the world to have such a person. I mean, it's Yidua. I once called her a gift with a Shaila, also a question that was in Manchester at the time. So what are you calling me for? The Manchester Rosh Yeshiva, the Manchester Tzaddik was it was a Dama Pashit. He was the person that the Avas Yisrael that he had, the way he would make a bracha to Kadosh Baruch Hu, and Tayyid, the bracha that he gave a person that was when we heard he was coming to America. I was in New York then, Ben Azmanim, so we ran to the airport. It must have been a few hundred people at the airport, Mekabel upon him. And my 2 children then, I took them over for a bracha. He put his hands on them, and I said, bracha from the Leiv, the Nefesh, and we give over the brachas, the Avas Hashem, the Avas Yisrael, the Avas HaTorah, in the person was a tremendous inspiration. But they avoided that we should be Zoichen. There's such a person that to appreciate the semel, this symbol, so to say, of what the mitzvah you can have in dveikus, Takadosh Baruch Hu, but the ava, with the shmecha, with the simcha, caring about another person was really something. If I had to call him on the phone, it's like I was the closest person. He just worried whatever the issue was that we could call him about. It was something that we could generate. For again, that we daven, we say all the time, the same that we ask to be. We always want things, but we can ask. We can ask the same these things we can, at whatever level, but it's something that is something we can have when we have a seminal, somebody to look up to and see that this is possible. The person can give me also. That I can ask Hashem as a Kol Yachol. Hashem can give us, instill within us the Gvaldige Midas. We have to see what we should have a Midah for. It's a beautiful thing. A person takes these Gedolim books and reads them. I would suggest at a supper table to the whole family. You go through a page or 2 of a Gedolim book. It gives you a different view how these people lived, what to aspire for, what to grow from. It could be a Gevaldig Atzlacha. We should be Zoiche to have that also. It should be Zchus Yogan Aleinu. It could be Bikrola, Zabracha.